Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot, and welcome to SimAirport. This is a game that is in early access and should be treated as such by everybody watching this. It is a game about, well, building your own airport. So let's go ahead, let's get started. I'm going to quickly read over this here. Currently, it's very, very early on in development. There are some issues. There's definitely issues with optimization, which I'll touch on later. We'll probably bump into them later. So, I'm just going to read this over really quick, guys. We hope you're having a good time so far. Even despite the bugs that remain, we will continue to get things fixed out for remaining issues as fast as we can. If you've found a bug or have an issue, you can contact them, and we review all bugs, all saved games, all log files sent in. If you have issues, yeah, they'll try to get this sorted out. So they are serious on developing it. They do plan to put a lot more in than what's in here right now. Like they're talking about, they have concept art for putting in like a light rail station. I'm going to save this or pause it because apparently it's not paused. We're paying our staff while I'm just reading stuff. So, what we're going to start on is a pre-built airport. They recommend you do that, otherwise the game might crash at this point. So, we'll do that for this one. There's options of making a larger or, no, not smaller, just a larger airport than this, but we'll start with the one that just comes with the when the game boots up. So anyway, bottom left, we've got all of our tools here. Top middle is the airline's interest. You click on that, you can see what flights are available, morning, afternoon, evening, their amount of interest, the current flights you have with that airline. Down here's your schedule. You can select your runway to do runway upgrades. And this is the speed controls right here. Keys 1 through 3 and spacebar. Work on them. Escape to close modules. To rotate objects, you use the R key, which is important because I didn't clue into this originally. And zoom with either minus or equals or the mouse wheel. Let's actually try minus or equals. Cool. Anyway, how we make money in this game is we get airlines to come to us. So, we've got some options here. Let's take a look. So this is a tiny aircraft. It can only carry 19 passengers maximum, so that's not the greatest. So we'll hold off on them for now. This is the same one. Let's take a look at Aerostar. So they run some larger aircraft. Aerotime. They run some interesting looking aircraft. We can't pick up the night flight yet because we don't have runway lights. We can, however, pick up one of the morning flights. Let's start with Aerostar, though. Let's accept everything we can get out of them. And we can't accept the morning 777 flight because that plane is too large. We need a larger gate. So we're going to take a look at our schedule. And it just auto-populates the schedule here, as you can see. So afternoon flights can be any time in between noon and 7 p.m. And there's a little bit of overlap here. So let's go back into airline interest. See if we can let's take the morning 707 flight there. And a Florida Air's afternoon flight. I think that won't overload our gate here. I'd like to keep some sort of gap in between things here. So morning starts at 4 in the morning, which, I don't know about you guys, but most people aren't up that early. I am, because I work as a frickin' baker, but that's beside the point. Anyway, let's just because we have the space here, we're going to space things out by about an hour, just in case. I'm not sure if that's necessary. We'll find out. I've played this through a couple of times before, but I will likely be discovering things with you guys. Also, spacing it out will help keep security's craziness down to a minimum here. So, Let's actually take a look here. We could just put in a second gate immediately if we want to. I'm going to take a look at research here. Because one thing that we do really want, and I actually want to play with a little bit with you guys, is the pricing. I suspect this is not correctly put in. Because originally I was like, I don't want to adjust the pricing. It'll scare the airlines away. And then I ratcheted it up by like 25%. And absolutely nothing happened. So I'm kind of tempted to play around with a few shenanigans here. I may see if I can ruin my airport by charging an arm and a leg. You know, charging airport improvement fees up the ass, screwing passengers over the way that, you know, like Heathrow Airport does. At least that's what my wife, the travel agent, says. Heathrow's ridiculously expensive. Alright, so for our ticketing desk, we can assign lineups, which is really important because it's a mess otherwise. You can assign a single lineup for per thing, or you can assign multiple things to one lineup, actually, is something I discovered. So we're going to do that. So we've got this ready to go. We'll get a line set up for security as well. So let's not put it there. They need to clean up this a little bit, need to give us some sort of cursor other than the mouse. Because sometimes you just are like, is it working? You don't know. Also, alright, so we got the line. We'll assign it to the ID desk. That's the only thing we can assign a line to. Like, we can't do anything here. Also, the drop-off and pickup areas are completely out of whack here, so we need to fix those. So we need to clear that off. There's doors here and here. So what I want is for my drop-offs to be right along here. And I want pickups to be down by this door. Garbage can stay there. Deliveries, we're just going to expand the delivery zone and then we're going to shrink it down. There we go. And we'll just keep going. And those flights we've got will not come in until the next day. Currently, there's no weather enabled. We got lots of money because I haven't made any changes yet. So I'm going to go ahead and research finance so that we can hire a CFO and mess with the prices. So let's just run through our first day with one gate and we'll see how things go. Tomorrow's schedule. Everything's scheduled so far. Very good. And I think the planes each take 2 hours at the gate. That's what it seems like it's doing so far. One thing I will do, since we've got a bit of time here, I'm going to maybe get a... Let's see, what can we do here? Office, kitchen. All right, we can zone a kitchen. Cafe's in here too, right. Cool. So I think I might actually get a cafe set up. Just a small one. So it's telling me what I need. Saying failed cash register, cafe table, cafe chair. That's fine, we can do that. People are showing up. Getting ready for their flights. Oh, we should also get a queue set up here for the gate. Let's do that. I'm gonna need to make this thing big. Because these planes can hold a lot of people. There we go. So assign them to this queue. They're already assigned to that gate. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll put down a single table and chair. And a cash register. And that'll be our cafe. Requirements not met yet. I mean, they can't sell anything because we don't have any food to sell, but... And our construction guys are coming along. Our guys and girls. And they will build things, and we just have a passenger just chilling. I wonder if they're actually going to come up with randomly generated names for the passengers eventually when they're done. That would be nice. So, devs, if you're listening, that would be cool. Do something similar to what they've done in the SimCity games, where they just have, like, hey, this is Molly Brown. So, must be assigned to a kitchen. So now let's go ahead and let's get our kitchen up. And our first flight is coming in. There we go. So this is Aerostar 7147. It's got 55 passengers are coming on this plane. And we've got most of them in line. So that's good. You'll see like massive quantities of people being pissed off and going arg 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 when they miss their flight. And right now we just have the golf cart delivering the bags because we don't have a proper baggage system set up yet. And this is going to be a perfectly successful flight. Nothing to worry about. And off it goes. Everybody got on there. Everything's working well. The ticketing counter is a bit of a shit show right now. But the line is moving. Yeah, they filled up the queue. Let's see what happens with this next one. We've only got... well, we've got like 30 people in line now. Definitely no bottlenecks at security, but only half the people are in the lineup. That's a little concerning. We've only got a half an hour to go here. Oh, where are our ticketing agents? What is going on here? Yup. So that is obviously a problem. So what I think is happening there is that our staff was actually leaving the ticketing counters to deal with the luggage. So we're going to hire a couple more of those dudes. And the cat has joined me because whenever I'm talking at my computer, he has to come join me. Just give the cat his due respect and cuddles. And then tell him to... You don't want to go away, do you? Alright, I guess we're watching the game for now. Oh my. Sorry, guys. Alright, Angus, off you go. Nope. No, I know what you're up to. You see the microphone, you think... You see the cord, you think it's a... Sees the microphone cord, he thinks it's a mouse's tail. And the cat instincts compel him to attack. Awesome. Well, we're doing this again, guys. If you've watched any of my Civ 6 Let's Plays, you'll know what's going on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a kitchen set up. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just set it up a little bit more here. And if things go a little funny, it's because the cat is being a shit. I'm just going to move my mic a little. And we're just going to fence that place in. And our, they really need to fix this. The workers always get trapped in a room. But we'll put a door in. Rotate it. The cat found another thing to chew on. And as soon as we place the door, the guy can get out. And he's going to go get that door. Or somebody else will. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get our kitchen built up. It's not a very large space, but we'll see what we can fit in here. Let's see what we need. We need a kitchen sink, we need a cooker, we need a prep cart, we need a refrigerator, and a pizza oven. All right. So we'll drop that. We can also search for these things as well. However, I'm currently being held hostage by a very furry villain, we'll call him. I think we can squeeze the pizza oven in there. Put the prep card on the side as well. Put a refrigerator right here beside it. And then maybe the kitchen sink along the outer wall, or the wall facing the airport. Kitchen sink. Yeah, this thing's fairly large, so rotate it. Let's put it down there. And we also need some staff assigned to that, obviously. So we'll do 2 staff. 1 to work in the kitchen, 1 to man the register. And assign this cash to the kitchen. Let's take a look here. So, finance research has been completed. How's our flight interest here? We've got some flight interest. So things seem to be going okay at the cafe. I think I'll put down a few more tables and chairs. Maybe drop one here, one here, one here. Sure, why not? There we go. So we got like 3 tables and chairs. Retail food income, 80. So most of our money's obviously going to be coming from planes. Let's take a look at the schedule for today. Departed en route. Fine, let's take a look at yesterday. Let's see if anybody canceled on us. Nope. Everything's good. Let's accept a few more flights. Galactic Point. These guys fly fairly large airplanes. And indeed, we cannot accept any of them. Pacific Airlines. Sure, let's take the little puddle jumper plane. We'll get at least the landing fee out of them. We can't accept anything here. It's a Boeing 747 from these guys. Yeah, that requires a bigger gate. Aerotime, we can't do night flights yet. We'll probably get that upgraded pretty soon. Also, this one, we cannot do night flights. These guys, however, we can do some of these. So let's actually just accept a bunch of these. We'll see what our schedule looks like. And we're a little bit screwed, alright. Well, we're gonna, for now, we're gonna try doing this. Oh, we're completely SOL. Alright. So we've gone ahead and overbooked ourselves. So it's time for a new gate. And to do that, we just plop it down there, obviously. We'll get a door so that people can get out to it. So a large sliding glass door, we'll plop it down there like so. And the cat is walking on the keyboard. Down he goes again. He'll be back up in a second, because I know what he's like. And we'll run a search for the boarding desk here. So it's desk. That would be the agent desk is what I'm looking for. Let's plop it down right here. And let's get a lineup set up for it. So let's put it down here, say, to here, and then just do a snake. Passengers love these things, that's what the game tells me. Passengers love these long lines. They're the bestest. The game's already got our restrooms. I think we'll get another janitor. The place is a bit of a mess. We'll get 2 more janitors, and we'll put down some garbage bags. Trash pails. Yeah, there we go. Garbage bin. Put down 1 by security. Put down 1 right here as well. And this agent desk needs that to be assigned, and let's go ahead and fix our schedule now that we have the additional desk. The additional gate, rather. And we'll still keep probably an hour or so in between them just for the hell of it, because we've got the space. And we will accept some more flights now as well. Oh, this is one I haven't seen before. A Bombardier Dash 8. I see a lot of Bombardiers in here. Canada's resident airplane manufacturer, Bombardier. They are special, is what they are, guys. They just took like a $1 billion bailout from the government. What did they do with their execs? They gave them all bonuses. So that's what's going on in Canada. We kind of want to tell them to go fuck themselves. I saw some people commenting on those news articles that are like, well, you know, it's private money. They can do what they want with it. And it's like, well, it's kind of like a loan. And, yeah, if it's... I'm going to speed this up while I'm just talking about Bombardier. So, yeah, with that money they got from the government, it's kind of like a loan or an investment. So... it's not the smartest idea for them to just go ahead and fucking give themselves all raises. It's like, we lost a shit ton of money, and we had to lay off a bunch of people, and we had to ask the government for money. I know. Let's give our execs bonuses so they don't quit and go somewhere else. Like, from that point, I understand they're going to lose their talent, but at the same time, fuck their talent. They had to drop a bunch of low-level talent because they couldn't fucking keep themselves in business. And also on the subject of loans, that is indeed a loan from the government, even though it's probably just a bailout. It's a case of, like, this is given for a specific purpose. I got a mortgage on my house. I couldn't have just taken the money from my mortgage and bought myself a Lamborghini. The bank would not be okay with that. They would tell me to go fuck myself. And they would repossess that car and probably take my ass to court. So, anyway, rant over. Anybody want to talk about United? That's a conversation and a half. Anyway, let's keep going here. I'm not even sure if I want to talk about United. It's just... let's upgrade our runway lights. That way we can get late night flights. Can make sure that all of the flight attendants and airline staff can go ahead and usurp seats last minute. Bump the passengers, you know. Call security to drag people out of their seats. Yep. Now, granted, with that, from what I could see there, the guy was a bit of a twat who was getting... Although that may not be fair. He was getting... He paid for his damn flight. He said he had patience to see the next day. Oh, and this is a total shit show right here. Maybe we should focus on this instead of that United flip there. And we got a nice big Boeing 767, and people are pissed. Yeah, let's fix our ticketing. Alright, small letters. Well, let's actually drop a ticketing kiosk. So what these things will do is if the passengers do not require to check any baggage, they can check in with this automated machine. So we'll drop like 3 of those. Encourage that sort of thing. We'll need our guys to actually get the delivery and buy it up, though. Or get it set up. Also, this place is a goddamn mess, and all of our fucking people, all of our ticket agents just ran off with the luggage. And this is a disaster. Hey, look, people, you can check in now. And now they'll swarm all over here. And like 12 people made it on that flight. What is this one? Is this a United flight? Nope. Okay. Star. Very good. Yeah, these guys just took a coffee break. They actually used the golf carts to get stuff in there, so I think there's an automated baggage system, which is pretty much the what they have in every other game like this, or in real life, rather. Excuse me. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to get a baggage routing system set up. This uses underground conveyor belts. And the blue arrows for baggage in, the pink arrows for baggage out, and you can do those things underneath, and I would actually recommend that because it seems like you can't really cross the lines. So we're going to drop that right here. And we're going to get conveyors started up here. So I'm going to do a couple of things here, guys. I'm going to start by just doing it this way, the original way I thought you could do it. Because there's something that's a little wonky with this. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a sec when I try to add another ticketing terminal. Because these are not directly on the baggage line. But once it's built, it's not going to let me drop another one of those. So anyway, get that set up. Can go underneath things. Let's go ahead and get a baggage carousel right here. To have it right there, and then we will go back to utilities and get our conveyor line. The conveyor direction is determined by the arrows at either end of the line, so it doesn't matter if you drag it this way or this way. Anyway, we'll go to ×5 speed, and we'll watch the train wreck unfold. Also, our security is getting a little overwhelmed by the upturn in traffic here. Alright, so this guy right here, yeah, a very small portion of them actually got on that flight. They're just swarming around these damn ticketing terminals. And a massive wave of ARGs just came out here. And it's because of these guys having to like bugger off and go use the golf cart to deliver bags. The ironic thing is that, actually no, I guess that they didn't get to check in. Well, no, there's a very likely chance that your baggage is lost as a result. So we're doing good airport work here, folks. Making people lose their flights. They're also miss their flights, lose their bags. This is great. It's good times. We will need a hangar for this. I'm just going to go ahead and build a medium hangar. Just put it down right here. And what the hangar has is it holds vehicles like the baggage trolley. Anyway, that's the timer going off here. I'm going to wait for... I never listen to my timers, so I'm going to wait for a little bit here. I'm just going to wait for the baggage system to be up and running, see if that works. And then I'll throw down a cut, and we'll continue this in the next episode. This will be a Let's Play. We'll play until the game becomes unplayable, or until I've filled up all the space. Whichever comes first. Probably the first one, because I think when my previous playthroughs, as soon as I had one of the new Airbus A380s come in, and I was doing some construction, the game just slowed to a frickin' crawl. But right now it's running amazing, 60 FPS, so that's good. With fraps. Alright, so this is almost done. Almost done. Okay, is the conveyor belt finished? Yes, it is. It is indeed. So this guy, got a bunch of dudes in line. They're getting there. Nearly everybody's in line ready to go. And we've got the medium hangar ready. We'll assign a baggage cart to it. Cool. So that means these two can stay in place. Everything should be sorted out now. We've got our baggage carousels all up and running and good. Getting a tiny amount of income from retail food. And, yeah, I think we'll just quickly go through this day. We'll see how things go. And, yeah. We'll see how things go with multiple large aircraft, because this little puddle jumper and this Aerotime plane here, this Boeing 707, not really the best example. So anyway, that is all the baggage getting dropped off, just like that. Works so well now. Looks like they're just carrying one suitcase, period. A total of 9 passengers, guys. 9 passengers on this little puddle jumper. Alright, so we got the 767. That's a decent-sized plane. And then we've got a 737. I guess that's as big as we're going to get for the time being. Let's see how these go. So we've got a logjam in security, kind of. As people are just kind of blundering around like they don't know what they're doing. Oh, washrooms do not have genders, by the way. It's just kind of unisex washrooms. Maybe that'll be in later on. I'm hoping in the final version of this game that we'll be able to build massive sprawling monstrosities like Toronto Pearson International Airport. Oh my goodness, what the hell's the name of the airport in Montreal? Anyway, Montreal's airport. Ottawa's airport is modest by comparison. Orlando's airport, where they actually have a friggin' train. I think Atlanta's airport also has a friggin' train going between terminals, like a little tram going between the terminals, because it's just so big. So it would be cool to get one of those and to not have the computer die horribly in the process. Anyway, well, it looks like our next logjam is security. It looks like everything else is good, so we need to increase stuff in security there. Like ticketing, it's busy, but it's moving. Anyway, we'll deal with security next time, guys, and we'll also hire ourselves a CFO, and we'll see about researching pricing and loans. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this video. If you are interested in picking this game up, it is called, once again, SimAirport. It is currently, I think it's currently around about $20 Canadian, $21, $22 Canadian, or whatever that works out to in your regional equivalent to the Canadian dollar. Most likely you'll be paying less because the Canadian dollar is shit. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching, guys. My name's been Ybot. I'll see you next time.